Hello, are you able to hear me? Okay, so today we are going to have a test, surprise test. Okay, so let me put the paper on the board and then you'll have to solve it. What you will have to do, you'll have to type the answer in a Word file, okay? And then you will have to send it at Kaushik sir's ID. Fine? Okay, so the paper is there. I hope you are able to see it on the board. Are you able to see it on the board? George, Asya, Seher, Sunny, Prabha, Sanobar, Jobby, Deepak. Yeah, so please start solving the paper now. Yeah, please solve it. Please solve it fast. Praveen, Nirmala, Sunil, Mohammed, Deepak, Joby, Sanobar, Prabha, Rinin, Seher, Asya and George. The test paper is there on the board. You have to type the answers in a Word file and then you have to send it to Kaushik sir's ID. Fine? Is it fine everyone? Are you solving it or not? George, are you solving it? How about you, Asya? Seher, are you solving the paper? Sunny, are you solving it? Sanobar, Joby, are you solving it? Deepak, Mohammed, Nirmala, are you solving it? And Sunil and Praveen, are you solving it or not? Solving it or not? Are you solving the test or not? Please let me know in the chat box. Only George is solving. How about others? Are you solving the test or not? Ramesh, Rashid, Sunil, Nirmala, Deepak, Joby, Sanobar, Sunny, Seher, Asya and Asya. Are you solving the test or not? Okay. Ramesh, this is a test, quality management test. You have to solve the paper. Yes. Yes. Please solve it. See, this is a surprise test. So I am taking a test. Test paper is already there, Ramesh. Oh, no, Rashid, you don't have to solve the answers here. Just solve it in a Word file and then email it to Kaushik sir's ID. Rashid, Ramiz, are you following what I said? Rashid, type the answers in a Word file and then email it to Kaushik sir's ID. I'll write down the ID. Fine? You don't have to type the answers in. Is it clear, Rashid? Okay. Ramiz, how about you? Is it clear what you have to do here? You see, you are going to get, you will be graded for this. If you are not able to submit the answers, you won't get any grades for the same. Rashid, once you are done with, I think I have sent the items. Wait, let me ask the other students. George, are you able to follow the question paper? George, I guess you have joined this session late. That could be the reason. George, are you able to follow the test? Who all are able to follow the question paper and who all are not able to follow it? Please let me know in the chat box. Who all are able to follow the, like this paper, and who all are not able to follow it. So, Sanobar, are you able to follow it or not? Who all are able to follow it and who all are not able to follow it? No, this is for this semester only. Anyways, let's switch. Okay. Okay, fine. Let's, okay, let us do this then. Let me teach you. Let me continue with teaching. Okay. See, you will get the materials, you get it regularly for those materials you have missed. Okay. You can just ask the coordinator for the same. Fine. Okay, fine. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's study. So let's do requirement management. Success starts with requirement management. Now what is that? Software crisis. What is that? Chow's report indicates only a distinct minority of software's project is completed on time and under budget. Okay. So most of the software projects, they go out of budget. Okay. And they are not completed on time. Successful projects are only 16.2%. Okay. Challenge projects accounted for 52.7%. Impaired projects accounted. I have emailed that to the coordinator and she is going to send it to you. She sends it to all the students. Fine? Is it fine? So please pay heed to what I am teaching. Ramesh, Rashid, Nirmala, Deepak, Joby, Sanobar, Sunny, Seher, Asya and George. And if you are not able to follow anything, just let me know. Challenge projects accounted for 52.7%. Impaired projects accounted for 31.1%. So see why they have written there is a software crisis, because most of the software projects, they run out of time and budget. Fine? Is it clear? Now, what are the reasons for this crisis? Failures attributed to poor requirement management, incorrect definition of requirement. So if the see what I need, if I don't have the correct definition for the same, in that case, everything will go in vain, right? Right? So in order to, get something designed appropriately, I need to have the correct definition for the same. If I want, like a tea which should have less milk and more sugar, I should know the requirement. Then only I can get that kind of tea, right? Poor management throughout development life cycle. And if the management is not up to the mark during the development life cycle, then obviously project will go in vain. Now, solution to software crisis. So if there is a crisis for something, obviously there is a solution for the same. Effective requirement management. The factors most related to successful projects. Ensures right problem is solved. Ensures okay. So if the system is right and if the problem is solved in the right manner, then this is the solution to software crisis. Effective requirement management. Fine. Is this much clear to everyone? Okay. Now, requirement management, a systematic approach to eliciting, organizing, documenting, and managing the changing requirements of a software project, not a new concept. Now, so rational approach to requirement management. What is rational approach? What is rational approach? Can anyone tell me the same? Can you explain me the same? What is rational approach? Who knows the definition for the same? What is a rational approach? See, when it comes to rational approach, if I have to take a rational decision, what I'm going to do, a rational decision making approach is in that what kind of method is being employed is in that approach, data is obtained through observation or statistical analysis, or modeling is used in making decisions that are long term. So in case of rational decision, I am going to collect the data through observation or statistical analysis before taking a long term decision. Fine. Okay, fine. Observation, yes, data is obtained through observation. Now, rational provides complete solution to requirement management. Rational unified process. What is that? Recommended specific requirement management skills provide specific guidelines to effectively implement skills. Fine? Is it clear? Fine. Is this clear to everyone? All right. Now, let's switch over to the next thing. Can you see the next PPT? Now, cost of quality. What is that? Does anyone knows what is cost of quality? How will you define that thing? See. So before we begin with this, let's do the basic concept. Cost of quality refers to the sum of cost incurred to prevent non-conformance from happening and the cost incurred when non-conformance in products and system occurs, which is commonly known as cost of poor quality. What is this conformance and non-conformance? Does anyone know that? See, cost of poor quality is actually the cost of doing things wrong. If I am doing something wrong, then obviously I'll have to pay the cost for the same. That is cost of poor quality. See, if my company is producing inferior goods, what is going to happen? For the first time, the other company for whom I am processing the goods, making the goods, from where I've got the contract, they might take it. But once they will get to know that, okay, the quality is poor, they will never give me the project again, right? Right? Okay. Is this much clear to everyone? No. Now, why do we need to know COQ, cost of quality? This tool speaks in the language of management. Research shows that the cost of poor quality can range from 15% to 40% of the business cost. It can prioritize quality improvement action. Cost of quality data shows how profit is affected by quality. See, if I am producing inferior quality goods, what will happen? My profit is going to suffer, right? Right? Right or not? Please let me know in the chat box. Yeah. So this is very necessary, cost of quality, because if I am not producing the quality goods, my profit will suffer. Okay. And see, I am putting in lot of efforts, money to produce something. If it is of inferior quality, the company might reject it, right? And if you know that, okay, if you work on quality thing, then obviously for that you have to take, you have to work on your actions, right? You have to improve in the areas where you are going wrong, which is making you produce inferior quality goods, right? So that's why it is very necessary to know the cost of quality. Now, hidden failure cost, scrap, warranty, rework, engineering time, management time, shop and field time, increased inventory, decreased capacity, lost sales, lost customers. So see, if my quality, if I'm producing the inferior quality goods, what is going to happen? I will lose my trust, the customers will lose trust in me, right, in my goods, right? Capacity will be decreased, Okay, so this is how I'm going to incur losses, right? Right? Now, quality costs fall into two main categories: cost of achieving good quality, prevention cost, appraisal cost, and cost of poor quality. Now, what is preventive cost? Preventive costs are the cost of all activities specifically designed to prevent poor quality products. So preventive cost is, companies when they produce goods, they invest some money to see whether the products designed are up to the mark or not. So that is preventive cost. Preventive cost is like the money they are employing to ensure that the quality of products produced is good. Fine? Is it fine? Yes, pro-action costs to prevent, inferior quality goods. These costs are incurred to keep appraisal and failure costs at minimum. So see, if they are not, if they are saving money at the same preventive cost, in that case, what all failures they are going to see? It's like if I am not paying heed to the quality, I am not investing any money in that. Then in that case, if the goods which are being produced is of inferior quality, in that case, what will happen? It will fail. Even if the company is accepting it for whom I am making it, they will reject it. So it will be a total failure, right? So it's better to spend some money in preventive actions rather than losing customers' faith and losing the whole project, right? Am I correct? Asya, are you able to follow me? Seher, Sanobar, Sunny, Joby, Deepak, Nirmala, Rashid, Ramiz, and Rajneesh. Are you able to follow me? Now, examples of preventive costs: process capability studies, market surveys, okay, pilot scale projects and testing, procedure writing, vendor evaluation and testing, customer survey, housekeeping. So see, uh, what all things come under preventive costs? Process capability studies, and companies often do market surveys to get to know what is in trend. Okay, pilot scale projects like small projects to test whether what they are producing will be a success or not. Okay, procedure writing is there, training and education is there. Employees who are going to work on that specific project in some specific domain, they are being trained, right? They also do customer survey to get the real idea of this is how, see, these are the things which are being included under preventive cost. Okay, so that they don't have to incur losses in future. Fine. See, they are doing the survey, they will have to send agents, okay, who will be doing survey on their behalf, and they will have to bear their petrol prices and everything, right? So that is included in preventive cost itself. Fine. Is it clear? And training, if the companies are training you for a particular project, in that case, what is going to happen? Obviously, they are paying money. Uh, okay, they are actually spending money for that. So of course, this is to ensure that employees are able to produce up to the mark goods, right? They don't make any yeah, exactly. Okay, let's proceed ahead. Now, appraisal costs. These are costs associated with measuring, evaluating, or auditing product or service to assure conformance to standard or performance requirement. Fine. So when they evaluate a product to assure that whatever they have produced is up to the mark, that would be a appraisal cost. Fine. Is it clear, everyone? All right. Now, examples of this appraisal costs, internal audits, okay, incoming material inspection, laboratory testing. Sometimes they test their products in laboratory to ensure that they are able to produce whatever they are producing is up to the mark. Otherwise, if suppose they have to produce 1,000 things, okay, and I mean they have got the order for 1,000 breads, okay, and in that case they have already made 20 breads, and after that they come to know that okay, this is not up to the mark, this is not what customers really want us to make. For they will cancel, they will stop at that very moment and they will start reworking on that again so that they can produce up to the mark. Fine. Fine. Is it clear? Okay. Okay. Calibration costs in process material inspection, equipment calibration, procedure evaluation, final product inspection. Once they have already designed the product, then they will do the inspection on that to see if it is as per standards or not. Fine. Is this much clear to you? Okay. These are the costs incurred. So what is internal failure cost? These are the costs incurred when product or service fail to meet quality requirements prior to the transfer of ownership to the customer. So suppose they have already produced the thing, okay, and they have to submit it to the customer, they have to give it to the customer, and they do quality check on that, and they find that it is not up to the mark. So that is, what they will never give it to the customer because they know that he or she is going to reject it. In that case, it would be internal failure cost. Fine? Is it fine? So they have produced the product, it's not up to the mark, they cannot send it to the customer. Okay? So whatever money they have invested in that, it will go waste. That would be an internal failure cost. Fine? Is it clear? Alright. Examples of internal failure cost. Rework, sometimes they have to rework on that. Okay, this is not up to the mark. If I'm going to feed this feature in the product, it will be up to the mark, so let me rework on that. Okay. Scrap. If there is no scope of rework, then they will put it in scrap. Overtime, sometimes downtime, excessive inventory, sometimes they have to redesign it, retest it. Okay. Excessive material handling. So these fall under the examples of internal failure cost. Fine? Is it fine? Okay. External failure cost. Now what is that thing? These are costs incurred by a business due to failure of product or service at the if they have already manufactured the product, but still it's there in their hand and they realize that okay, this is not up to the mark, so they won't. Then that would be an internal failure cost, and they will rework on it again. There is a scope of reworking. But if they have already submitted the product to the customer and then the customer says no, this is not up to the mark, then that would be an external failure cost. Okay, these are the costs incurred by a business due to failure of product or service at the customer's end. These costs result in warranty claims and loss of reputation. Suppose I have sold the washing machine to someone, okay, and it's under warranty and it's not working properly. Customer will come to me and say, see, this is under warranty, kindly exchange it, okay. And if you're not going to do it, I'm going to file a complaint in consumer court, okay. Is it clear? So in such kind of cases, they will claim for they will say, no, this is not up to the mark. It's still under warranty. Come on, change it. Or I will never purchase a product from the shop again. Examples of external failure cost: warranty cost, customer dissatisfaction, loss of market share. Okay, premium freight, product recalls, other penalties, restocking costs, time spent to resolve customer. And if they have produced something and it has gone in the market, and customers are not satisfied with it, they are going to file a complaint. Then you will have to invest time. Your employees will have to invest time in sorting out their complaints. That is an example of external failure cost. Fine. Okay. Measuring cost of quality, COQ, that is cost of quality, can be measured and presented in many different ways. Percentage of sales, percentage of profit. So if my sales are increasing, then of course I'm making a profit. If my percentage of profit is increasing, that that is a sure shot that you are making a profit. If your sales are increasing, that also gives the view that okay, I'm making a profit. Percentage of manufacturing cost, rupees per direct labor, rupees per unit labor. Fine. Now, steps in implementing quality cost. Reviewing the literature on quality cost or consult others in similar industries who are using the same tool. Select one organizational unit of the company to serve as a pilot site. Discuss the objectives of the study with the key people in the organization. Collect whatever cost data are conveniently available for the accounting system. Make a proposal to management for a full study. So see, before designing something, if they can study about it, if someone has designed a similar product and they can study about it, they can get to know that what they will produce once they are done with it. So if you are reviewing the literature, then in that case it can give you the idea of what if literature has been written on something designed in a similar manner, if you read that, you won't face that difficulties which that manufacturer might have faced, right? Am I correct? So reviewing the literature is very, very important, and once you review it, you give it to the key people, and then they're going to design strategies. Fine. All right. Publish a draft of the categories defining the cost of poor quality. Finalize the definitions and secure management approval. Secure agreement on responsibility for data. So see, if you want to design something which is very, up to the mark, then for that you will have to do the survey. You have to put in the extra money so that you can deliver quality. For that, you have to do all these. You have to pass through all these steps. Fine. Finalize the definitions and secure management approval. Secure agreement on responsibility for data collection and report preparation. Collect and summarize the data. Present the cost results to the management along with the results of a demonstration quality improvement project. Fine. Is it clear? Is this much clear to everyone? I cannot see replies from anyone. All right. Case study, HNS Motors. Let's do a case study on the same. The HNS Motors company produces small motors for use in lawn mowers, okay, and garden equipment. The company instituted a quality improvement program in 1999 and has recorded the following quality cost data and accounting measures for 4 years. Now, quality cost, prevention. So in 1999, they have spent 27,000, then 28,500, then 74,600, and then in the preceding year, like 112,300, 1,12,300. Fine. So total is this. Total is mentioned here, as you can see, and sales are given here. Now, key points of study. Approximately 75% of the HSS total's quality costs are the result of internal and external failures, right? As you can make it out from that data which was there in the previous slide, right? In 2000, companies spent more money on product monitoring and inspection that resulted into high appraisal costs. Fine. Sometimes they over monitor things. In that case, this will shoot up, higher appraisal cost will shoot up, right? With this strategy, HNS was able to identify more defective items, resulting in an apparent increase in internal failure cost and lower external failure cost. In year 2001 and 2, companies spent more money on prevention activities like training of employees, redesigning the product, and this and that, okay, and planning how to build in product quality. Fine. Prevention costs increased by more than 300% during the 4 years period, resulted in decrease in overall quality cost. Fine. Okay. So we are done for today. If you have some questions from whatever I have taught today, please do ask me. Do you have any questions? Anyone out there? Do you have any queries? Do you have any queries?
I have a lot of queries.
See, that was a surprise test. So in that, see, obviously, see, Rashid, that was a surprise test. You are going to get similar kind of questions in the exams too. Okay, so this was to give you the bare idea of that, okay, that this can be the scenario in exams too. Fine. Just to give you the idea, little idea of this, there could be a possibility. See, they can ask this kind of question. Fine. Is it clear, Rashid? Okay, so just to give you the bare idea of what that, okay, they can ask, we can have a similar kind of paper in exams too. Okay. But next time itself, I would try. I would make sure that you get easy paper. Okay. This time it was a bit tough. Yes, but you should know subjective too, because you know, from the coming weeks you might get assignments for which you will be graded. Okay, as you are getting for other subjects, right? So in that case, you have to be prepared for this kind of questions too. These kind of questions too. Am I clear? See, knowledge never goes waste. See, for assignments, deadline will be mentioned and you will have to solve at home and you will have to finish it before deadline. Clear? Rami, is for the material itself, why don't you ask the coordinator? See, she is very regular in sending materials to the students. Okay, if you are not getting it, there might be a possibility that she might not be having your ID. So why don't you contact her and ask her for the material? Fine. So thank you so much. Okay, don't forget to fill the feedback form. Fine. Yeah, and if you have any grudges regarding material or something, just contact the coordinator for the same. Thank you so much. See you. Take care. Bye.